All right, so before we've talked about the microcosmic orbit, and there's many different charts, and there's also charts of like chakras and things, and they're just points on the body, usually the front and the back, to try to visualize and imagine the chi flowing. The step after that is that you focus on the internal channel called the thrusting channel. So they have the do and the ren, or the front and the back, and then they have the thrusting. Um, Once you get that circular motion going down, up the front, down the back, or up the back, down the front, doesn't matter. You can just go from the bottom to the top to the bottom to the top. And that's the thrusting channel. And so then there's extensions of the thrusting channel where the top of the crown can connect to the Big Dipper, and you kind of go beyond yourself, and then the tip of the tailbone, or just in front of the tailbone, can go right down to the center of the earth. And so these are our postural points. So for simplicity's sake, we're just going to focus on the thrusting channel, which is also more powerful. It's deeper in the body, and so we're going to visualize the center of the spine. So right into the vertebral column, we're going to imagine the soft tissue, the dura mater, and the spinal cord right inside the vertebrae. And as we breathe up, it's going to come up into the head, right into the pineal gland just behind the eyeballs. And as we breathe down, it's going to go down all the way into the sacrum or the tip of the tailbone or beyond. So you can just imagine this pendulation. As we do our breathing, we're going to start off at a rate. We're going to slowly build up faster as if we're charging our battery. And so in this case, our batteries like our kidneys, for example. And so we'll just keep imagining the energy getting brighter and brighter and more tingly and more vibrant. And then we're going to slow it down, and then that'll allow it to create fullness. So that's when we'll get into the pulse. And so we're going to breathe, we're going to breathe faster, we're going to breathe slower to slow the heart back down, and we're going to do our exhale hold. So I'm going to pinch my nose, and we're going to try to breathe without breathing. So we'll still activate the diaphragm. It'll still mimic trying to inhale, and we'll do that for as long as we can. And then when we need to breathe, we'll release, we'll breathe fully in. We'll hold that, and we won't breathe out. And then when we feel we need to breathe out, we'll breathe out the mouth. For the build-up breathing, we'll just use in and out the nose. Once that's one cycle, and then we'll repeat that 3 or 4 times, and this will activate and warm up the body. Make sense? Yeah. All right. And so we're going to start with some exercises, because what happens throughout the day is the diaphragm becomes locked. And so we're going to unlock the diaphragm. And so we'll first empty the cup. We'll start with some shaking. Breathing in, golden sunshine. Breathing out, gray, smoky clouds. Now I'll come to some tapping. Just tapping on the sternum, up and down. Continuing to breathe in golden sunshine. Breathing out any gray or smoky clouds. Cleansing the body and the lymphatic system. we'll slap down the inside of the arm toward the wrist, turning the hand over, up the back, toward the neck and shoulders. And again, down the arm, toward the wrist, turning over, toward the shoulders. And one more time. Up toward the shoulders, and back to the chest, and down the other arm. Neck and shoulders, and down the inside of the arm. Up the back side. And one more time. Down the inside. Up the outside. Back to the chest. And slow it down and just brush it down. And we're going to put our hands on each elbow. We're going to inhale. Stretch. Just keep pumping and stretching. One more time. Now we'll take it a step further. We'll breathe in and release the elbows and drop the hands. Again. Freeing up tension in the neck and shoulders. Opening up the lymphatic system. We're engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. And relax. Now we'll bring hands together, palms facing up, and then we'll inhale, lift the chin up. Exhale, hands toward each other and chin, tuck the chin in. Rounding the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel that diaphragm moving, freeing from the lower ribs. Using the breath as a stretch. Feeling light and fluid and free in the body. Anywhere that feels stiff or heavy, just breathe more light and sunshine into there. And exhale and relax. Now I'll take one hand and put it on the other shoulder, lifting up that elbow, and we'll tap down the sides of the ribs. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Up and down the rib cage, all the way up to the armpit, and then back down to the hips. Up to the scapula, the shoulder bone, and down to the hip bone. Some places might be a little tender. Those are the places that we want to breathe more oxygen into. All the lymph nodes in there, and then we'll switch. Open the other side. And this also helps wake up the liver and the spleen. The liver, we know, filters the blood along, and the spleen helps filter all the lymph. So it's also good for balancing our emotions. When our body feels good, our emotions feel good. And the spleen is said to be the appropriate emotion. It balances when and where. And relax. All right. Now that we're all warmed up, I'm going to take us into a flow. So we can do this sitting or standing, but we'll just do this one sitting. We'll just lift the wrists up and the wrist down. Inhale as the wrists come up, feeling light, and then drop the wrists on the exhale. Cultivating effortless effort. Throughout our day, we tend to use a lot of effort and force to get things done. Here, we're working more of our intrinsic body and our effortlessness. All right, now we're going to lift the wrists and then push forward, back, and down. Inhale, push forward, inhale, and expand out to the sides. And draw energy out from the horizons and back down, expanding to the 6 directions. This helps open up the mind energy now that we've awakened the heart energy and stimulated the metabolism, the lower dantian. So this is the process of activating the 3 fires and the 4 diaphragms. If you count 3 diaphragms or 4 diaphragms and 3 fires, that's 7 chakras or vortices. We're just going to focus on the middle of those. So in the chakras, there's a funnel in the front and a funnel in the back and funnels to the sides. But like I said, we're going to focus on more of the microcosmic orbit and the thrusting channel. So that's just in the center of the spine where the eye of the storm, they would call it in a tornado. The interesting phenomenon is tornadoes can be very powerful. A lot of things move around, but in the eye of the storm, there's calmness, stillness, peace, and silence. So we're going to keep breathing golden sunshine into the center, breathing out gray clouds, but it may feel like there is peace on the inside and chaos flying around you. We'll just focus on being in the eye of the storm. Breathing in and back down. Very good. Now the body and the mind are all centered in the eye of the storm. We're going to go through the breathing exercise now. And I'm going to move my arms along with the rhythm. If you find that's too hard, you don't have to. You can just follow along with the breath. But if you want to move the body around as well for an extra challenge, that's okay. I'm going to keep breathing in and out of my nose. And like I said, so we're going to breathe. I'll just demonstrate. It'll be and we'll go faster. And then we'll slow down. And then we'll fully in, fully out, and I'll hold. And then in. And then out. That's what a round will look like. As we're breathing up, we'll talk about first, second, and third gear. So we'll start in first gear. So we'll start actually just with the belly. And we'll get faster and faster. And then we'll incorporate the heart as we get even faster. And then we'll slow it down and do the whole body. Second gear a little faster. Belly and heart. All right, full body, slowing it down. And relax. Breathing fully in. And letting go. Second gear. Heart and belly. Third gear. Slow it down. Fully in. Letting go. Hold. Fully in. letting go. Now you might feel temperature changes, tingling, different sensations. It's all right. Going to the depth of the lymphatic system, you might get some mucus you can swallow. I like to do some of the humming on the exhale. A little faster. Slowing it down. And letting go. Fully in. And letting go. Second gear. Feel the hands tingling. Some parts feel dry, some feel wet. Engaging the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems. And then opening up the social engagement system. Slow it down. Third gear. Social engagement system. One more time. Letting go. Fully in. That's 4 rounds. Just tuning into your body, noticing what's changed. Feel the tips of your fingers. They may be hot, they might be dry, they might be clammy, could be tingling. These are all phenomena of the autonomous nervous system. Just feel the sensations in your body. Feel it in your toes, tingling, dry, buzzy, numb. You might see patches of light or areas of darkness. Doesn't matter, we're just being the witness, the impartial spectator. So you might feel the therapeutic pulse, and we're just invoking the impartial spectator, just witnessing the sensations in our body. And you might even hear a sound, part of the fascial voice. It might be a buzzing or a ringing or bells. You might hear the ringing, you might feel the ringing. There might be a color associated to it. And as you're ready, just slowly rub your fingers together. Swallow some saliva and open your eyes. Reconnecting with the world around you. We engaged our inner world, and now we have to integrate back into the outer world.